What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at second in form Casemiro. He is the 91 rated CDM. He's already got a shadow because obviously you need that pace increase. The biggest thing for me with Casemiro is the fact he has got 69 pace, and it's most definitely very deterrent in terms of actually playing with him. He has got a freeze, and it's a shame the freeze is kind of a centre-back position because obviously he has had a 9 pace increase on that one, but unfortunately it is a centre-back, and personally for me he's just not a centre-back card. In terms of traits, we've got power, free kick, solid player, and team player, so nothing really too massive there. I don't particularly know what solid and team player do. Let me know down below if you do. In terms of stats with the shadow then, so if I do look on Footbin with a shadow, you'll end up with 79 pace, obviously as a +10. You'll end up with 95 defending. He will turn into a 92 CDM on the overall, and obviously a 93 centre-back because for whatever reason he just correlates to a centre-back really nicely. Got great passing, 87 on the short and long, good vision, obviously the agility balance, little bit short for a 6'1" player. It's not the greatest. I'd kind of at least taken 70 plus, but unfortunately not quite. Good composure, 91 reactions, 82 ball control. It's not the worst, to be honest. Great physicals, literally throughout, is absolutely incredible. And obviously with the defending, everything is going to be tip-top with that shadow. Shot power, maybe on the long shots, potentially. I personally will keep him way back because that pace is going to really hinder the team if we keep going forward with him. Obviously, he naturally will go forward a little bit with the high work rates. He will kind of tend to creep forward, but we'll have him on the custom tactics as stay back whilst attack. Overall, I feel like if I was literally just going to kind of give you the rundown of the card, it's going to feel a bit clunky. He's going to have a great tackle. Strength is going to be really nice. Pace-wise, it's going to be okay, but I mean, it's not going to be the next level card. And overall, I feel like he's going to be more fodder than anything, unfortunately. It's coming in at 140k at the moment. Let's just refresh that. 140 on the Xbox, 135 on the PlayStation, and we haven't even got to rewards, so it's going to be an interesting one. Let's jump into some gameplay with him, see what Casemiro can do. Looks like we're going to have a big first test here. 95 Ronaldo, some great icons, to be honest. Obviously, Casemiro, 90 versus 91 in that centre-back CDM role. Into Casemiro to dispose of. We have got 2 opponents as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see how we cope with them, but we should be able to get it. Casemiro always looks taller than what he actually should do. Into Cas again. See what I mean? His pace isn't necessarily awful, but it will feel clunky, especially when you're going against meta players, and that's why I think for me, he's just not really going to make it into FUT champs in anybody, if many people at all. Even if you've kind of got a kind of low rated team, I feel like you could probably get some golds that not necessarily do better in terms of defending, but in overall play I feel like will do a bit more of a job. Into Cas again to dispose of. We're looking for that Ronaldo down the wing. Honestly, at the minute he's been on form so far. He's kind of got the ball back. Obviously the opponent being a little bit rushy in everything does kind of help, and he seems to be passing on almost like a plan. Like it's like he just knows where he's passing every single time, and you can kind of always predict where he's going. Like you can just know he's going for the easy pass, and then he's going to try and find Ronaldo at the end of it. So it does make defending a hell of a lot easier because you kind of already can predict where he's going very early on. And with Casemiro, he's going to be decent at interceptions. It's just literally trying to get him in the position which will be the issue. Into Cas to bring forward again, and this is the kind of positions that I don't want him in because necessarily he's not going to be the one going for the goal. As you can see, he's kind of running out of position, and this is the problem. He's going to take a lot of energy to get back. Luckily, we do have a very good CDM. Casemiro watching Roberto Carlos like a hawk, and there we go, give it back. Go down the wing. Obviously, passing, defending, physicals are going to be his strong point. So you just kind of got to work off them and really try and put him through the paces of them. As you can see, we kind of just want him chilling in that sort of zone. If anything, we don't want him going any further because obviously it's going to take him a little bit longer than most players to get back. And if you have got a good CDM, you could maybe warrant him going a little bit further, but you want him as a CDM really. Casemiro with a perfect interception there. Casemiro is going to see a bit of Maradona. Now that is a fantastic ball in. Can he get it? We see that little dink, and that's going to be a Cantona volley. That is beautiful. 2 passes, 1 goal. You love to see it. What a ball from Casemiro. Casemiro is going to be watching. See him going for that wing instead. He's going to come back, definitely. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to go forward with a bit of El Shawari. Casemiro's there. That's what I want. Need a little bit quicker of a throw there, kind of going with the overhead, which sometimes does slow you down more than actually speeds you up, unfortunately. Casemiro, is that you? Oh, does a number of work there to get the ball away from the goal line. I feel like Neuer definitely had something involvement, but Casemiro was there originally. Casemiro watching Essien. Definitely one of the big boys there. Prime Essien would actually be fantastic to have in the team. Same as right back Carlos Alberto, but to be honest, Lam is doing an absolute wonderful job in the current team so far. Casemiro with the interception does hold up the play lead, giving the defenders that little split second to carry on. So even if you don't see it as kind of like a win because he didn't get the ball back, you've got to think of the extra effects it has, letting them centre backs set and then obviously have that split second to then either compose themselves or get back into shape. What is going on with Cannavaro? It's still a very, very big job to do in front of a lot of good attackers in this team. So going into the overall for Casemiro then, let's just double refresh just to make sure. Okay, well apparently he's 175 now. If so, I've made a lot of coins. More than likely it just means that one sold and another one hasn't gone up yet, but I'll absolutely take it. He will be coming in at probably under the 100, probably just over the 100k mark. Looking at his 90 first in form, I can imagine 120, 130. I can kind of put my number on what he may actually finish up as. Obviously his freeze is a little bit better, just the fact that he has got some more pace. But overall for him, you whack the shadow on him, he looks relatively good. I did think he would be more clunky than what he was. To some extent he still is quite clunky, but judging the 60s, you're normally thinking he's going to struggle to move, and luckily enough he didn't have that much of an issue. Very, very good on the interceptions, decent on a standing tackle, and overall just a lovely passer of the ball. Obviously as well, we've already got 87 on the passing, so I'm absolutely happy with that. In terms of generations from the lad, obviously has been in since FIFA 13, where he started in the DM1, and then obviously he managed to go to Real Madrid from FIFA, what was it, I think he started around, either he started, be bought at Real Madrid, then loaned out to Porto, and then he joined back into Real Madrid. FIFA 17, he managed to get his first team of the season, and I think it was only FIFA 19 where he got a team of the season moment rather than actually getting in. Obviously the team of the season Casemiro last year, I believe, was the community vote, so it technically isn't a team of the season he necessarily earned, but he still managed to get in. And obviously he's had a few nice cards since then. Just interested, what sort of pace was he on? Yeah, he's always been relatively slow by the looks of things, but overall he's not necessarily a bad card. Would he fit into many FUT Champs teams? Not really. He'll be a great red pick. I'll always take a 91 red pick regardless, and overall he's just a nice objective player. Good Brazilian. You got plenty of players to link him with. There's so many Real Madrid players that you can link him with, and really kind of get your teeth into. Varane, Mendy being just literally the standout too. Inform Valverde, Benzema. You've got a long list of players there. And overall, I think he's just kind of a fun player to play with. Objectives. That's what he's going to be used for. Squad builders, objectives, maybe even cheeky bit of fodder at some point if you open packs. But overall, for me, I'm probably going to give him more or less an 8.2. And I feel like I'm being generous with that one. I feel like if he does manage to get into a team of the season again, maybe it goes higher, but I do need that pace to be just that little bit more, and then the agility balance to have at least probably a good plus 15 on both. But hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace.